Masters, returning to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulation. Police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time, able to contact her again because of my position as a prosecutor. So my mother is cooperating with you. Don't ever forget, no matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about it. She was always. That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. Know how strong her resolve to protect you? Look at her. The one with the sword in it. The day the plan was to be carried out, we met for the first time at Hazakura Temple. When your mother showed me her special step. Just how far she was willing to go. Ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Bay if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price. The night of the crime was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan. You mean Pearl, don't you? We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne. Pearl, what are you going to do to her? Well, if you like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together. Prevent her from playing her part of Morgan's plan, but she never showed up. She was worried and followed me to the inner temple. That's the thing we were most. That's why Misty Bay had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body. Channeled the spirit first, then Pearl's going to be able to do it herself. As master of the crime, Misty Faye's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Faye would be able to. True, my role in this plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt my effect. That's why I hid myself at the inner temple, just in case you need to be safe from Dahlia Hawthorne. That's all I'm going to admit to, Wright. Huh? There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney, but you're going to have to do the rest yourself. Leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya Fey. I'm sad to say you, Mr. Godot. Well, Wright, you're the real deal. Finish this thing once for all. Please don't. I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. Why I have to protect Mr. Godot. I can't do it. I can't testify again. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect me, Maya, and me. I know that. But I don't absolve him. It doesn't absolve him for his crime. Please, Maya, testify. Miss Faye, your testimony, please. This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I know. Hear the truth from your own lips. Sure, you're right. I'm ready now. It happened at the time of the murder. Just before it happened, I think I saw red lights freeze me. I thought I asked for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though. She struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. There was a horrible scream. That's when I lost consciousness. You didn't receive. Things break, right? Even the theory. What do you mean by just at that moment when the red lights went out? Yes, that's right. I mean that you heard then. Was it Dahlia Hawthorne? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice. What? And then the scream came from the kill? That's got to be it. Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it. And the killer let out the scream of pain. After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow again. Is it right? Makes sense to me. I'm sorry to say that would create an enormous contradiction. Remember the testimony she gave before the killer let out a scream? Said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff have already been plunged into the victim. She couldn't have struck back with the sword that was already stuck in her body. Something that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff. If you're so sure about that, don't keep us waiting longer. One thing had already been stabbed in the back by the staff. Take that! Naturally, the dagger of the killer brought to the scene. That's right, I forgot about that. Found the scene of crime stuck in the pine tree. The detective found it the morning they brought it to me. Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this, and she managed to wound him as well. Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood of the dagger could have been from the victim. Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned that it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. Saying that the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer, that DNA analysis of the blood will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot will prove that it's your blood. Nice theory. Order on the court. Even if he wasn't able to change the results of the science. That's just something trite. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that? Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective. It had been brought to me. There's also blood on it. So, the one who brought this here on the court. What does that prove? Well, if I were the killer, I could have washed the blood off and planted another person's blood on. It can't be. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee you. That blood, it doesn't belong to me. Not a chance. What? In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. Alright then. William, problem. I know it probably should say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's neck. This dagger, you said it wounded the killer. And that's right, but Mr. Godot really didn't cut with the dagger. His clothes should have been bloody or red in them, right? Maybe just change clothes. That has solved the contradiction. What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder? Everyone was on the inner temple side, got trapped there. That's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed for the inner temple. Mr. Godot was already there waiting. He never had a chance to change his clothes. Yeah! Order the clothes. That is true. Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him. But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? Did the judge just take some more bail during the last recess? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he wouldn't get any blood. That's impossible, Trey. You know how cold it gets up there late at night? For a few minutes with no clothes on, you'll be frozen solid. So that's all you've got. I knew you were tough enough to finish this. Right there. If ever here, me a fit, or here she would have closed the book on this case. You failed. Come on, Wright, can you do it or not? Mr. Wright, you're accusing Mr. Godot of being the killer, but can you prove it? The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is I have to prove it. It's the only choice I have. I was taught that one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you wanted it. That's good. A fighter till the bitter end. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove it. You're trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I got the one piece of evidence give me a break. You got nothing to try. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. See what you've got. One thing I demonstrated in the previous problem was proven by the blood on the deck. But it was impossible for them to have hidden such a... There should have been a blood stain on this. One place the killer could have hidden. Hidden? Let's hear what you've got. I don't know what you're talking about, and frankly I don't need it. And that you never had the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Wright? Was that just... Can't be. It's living on through him? Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask. The red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right. Your mask went flying off your face. It's a good job. Would you mind removing your mask? Right? I'm gonna say this whole case is solved. Just now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you 6 years ago. You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was asleep, you let me die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought. Mr. Godot. But was wrong about you. I knew from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find in my heart to forgive was me. Yourself. I was the one that failed me. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I couldn't face me as death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask, threw away my true name. Couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But you saved Maya. Yeah, that was my plan. Up until now, anyway. What do you mean? Aren't you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person I should have gone to talk to right away. Who was that? I'm talking about him. But I didn't do it. I tried to get help a virus in your mother. I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason? I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all. I think I was just trying to salvage what left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact I couldn't save you. Nothing more. I let you walk right into a situation I knew was dangerous. Forgive me. You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya. Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that night in the darkness of the garden when I saw her silhouette? Part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. I was... not sure exactly what was going on in my head at the point. Was I really motivated by pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years ago? Could have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. Just chasing an illusion, fantasy, stupid fantasy of defeating you in the court. You were the one who made me realize I never ran away from her. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything. I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando. Mr. Armando, I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me. Thanks. Your wound, it's bleeding. Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Ever since I woke up from my coma. I think I've been waiting for this very moment. Mr. Armando, you do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. This time, it really is all over. Defendant? Yes, Your Honor. Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a strict, serious offense in itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I was willing to cooperate anyway. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you. Apologize to me? For what? For the case 5 years ago, of course. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. But even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? You and my sister, you only met twice. Huh? You only met twice. First time you met was on the fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria in this very courthouse. Next time you met was 8 months later. We met again on the day she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed. No way! It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. Was it Dahlia? I hope one day you can forgive me, Beanie. You mean... That's right. I lied to you for 8 months. Why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you that bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as possible because of the police investigation they're starting. She couldn't move about Brady. That's why my sister, in the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst. She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. She was ready to kill me, didn't you? She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. And that's why she came to me. She came to get the bottle, pinned it back from me, and couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed, and I still couldn't back. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She couldn't consult me about her plans for it. It was the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime. She would confer with you. I think you must notice what? My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever necessary to stop and mend her life. Mine. Spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed. I have something to say to you two. You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Thank you. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I think you're right. The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim's police. I expect you to be tired of your role as an accomplice. I understand you. Very well. On the charge of the murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty. Court is now adjourned. Guess it's all over. The way everything ended. Was justice really served? The man who risked his life saved my... is being sent to prison by my own hands. Of course justice was served. I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant. I couldn't save this wrong. Man, you cared so deeply for wrong Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible. With that verdict. I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney ever hoped to be. There's nothing more you could learn from me. You accomplished something and I was able to. You were great on this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? Suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Nick. Maya. I guess it's just my sis. Mia. What did she say? That night when I challenged me to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back. Wait, don't worry. Phoenix will save everyone in the end. Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? We owe her for everything you've done for us, Nick. How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? Reflect the attack. You insult your mother. Francisca, still as salty as ever, Phoenix, right? Excellent work, right? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, when did you get back? Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisca are actually been helping you. These two haven't been on the first day of the trial. The defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Wow. Where were you, Nick? I heard he fell into the river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep. Yes, he laid in bed sniffling his fever with Iris' hood over his head. Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thanks to you, Mr. Edgeworth. You too. Francisca. I don't suppose there's room for me in this group hug, is there? Oh, Larry! What's with the, longer than usual face? I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never any use to anyone, not even one. That's not true, right, Nick? What? Were you asking? Well, Nick, is it true? You've got a place in this world, right? Oh, yes, of course. It would be better. No. Those portraits you painted were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? What? Me? Why are you making that face? Oh, well, yes, you did. I certainly can't say that they lack resentment. Do you really mean that? What about you, Francie? Do I draw you well, too? Yow! My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere can. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worse. So, like you promised, you're going to model for my next picture. Don't get carried away. How about that? Guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. Painting a pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around. Pearls? Where's she gone? Normally she would have made a beeline. Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. Hey, Pearly. Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically pleasant. I suspect you're wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that. Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand it either. Francisca is right. She lost her father fairly recently as well. I think I understand how she feels. She's a much wiser person than she appears. I think she realizes now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can. What do you mean by it? Now is exactly the time. She's the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe that person, Maya, was trying her best not to cry. Now, then tell me, Pete. Poor kid, after all the reasons she worked so hard to follow the instructions, she loved and believed in her mother Morgan. It's for the good of the faith. She thought she was doing it for Maya, that's why she was so happy. Fuji is to Ma. But it's a cruel irony that it was her once that led to this tragedy. Faye's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril of life. Why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sakes, until she can't see her smile. Oh hey, so this is where you all work. And it looks like we got quite a bunch here. Yo! What was that for, sir? Or sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seems to have a mind of its own. What's up, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out to dinner. Dinner's on me. My salary just sort of kind of gone down by a teeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservations for a first-class French restaurant today. Yo! Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward. Detective Gumshoe, you said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean Tribulation. Where else? I knew it. We're doomed. Well, let's go, everyone. Can't let Maggie wait for us. Hey, you crybaby, you're invited too. Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser shack eating potatoes. You know, Maya's taking an awful long time. She's still out there looking for pearls. What's wrong? Nick, what do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anymore. I bet she went back home. That's all. I thought so too, so I called the village. No one has heard from her. This has never happened before. As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that's befallen you, Maya. But none of this was her fault. What should I do? Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, what is it? Could you guys go on ahead? But what about you? Maya and I will. We'll join you guys once we find pearls. Nick, don't worry about it, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. There's a lot of celebrating to do, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, but you're the... Very well, Phoenix, Wright. We'll go on ahead. Don't keep us waiting, Wright. We won't. But where should we look? Where could pearls... Let's go, Mike. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to. For a temple for pearls, I bet this is very... Pearl, that's where this whole incident started. This, we're all back so soon. Mr. Bikini. I thought we were eating mashed potatoes and Lone Pin. So she's here? Pearlie's here? She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Okay. Pearlie's not here. Ah, Maya, the hanging scroll. Someone cleaned it off. Gotta be Pearlie. Mystic Maya. Pearlie, why did you just sleep like that? Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya. Or I swear I would never trouble the two of you ever, because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother. That's why you came. It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness. You didn't have to do it that Pearl. It wasn't your fault. I didn't do anything wrong. First time said that my mother's, but how do I state it? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here is all thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I had to be strong for all the people that were there for me when I needed them. It's all I can really do. Mystic, I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty. Hey. Sister Bikini, your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I wanted to tell you that she said that to me then. After dishonoring the good name of Crime, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me until the day I die. spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so... And even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. She'll always be there with me until the day I die. There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? Never take the charm off until the day you die. And that's the master talisman, the thing that if he kept by her heart it would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important, rather it was the contents. That's a photo. Mother. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect what makes us human is to fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what humans' life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by when the battle is over and severed, we'll always return time and time again. My Mr. Armando, Maya's mother too. Except from all. Well, shall we get going? Just wait. This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to celebrate what we've overcome. But I still can't. Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna make a brand new start to Sister Bikini. I'll be back for more training, I promise. I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for three for when you come back. Wow! We're going to have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya, I'll eat lots and lots of food today. You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but what is it, Nick? Reservations for training is fine, but why for 3? Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us. Huh? I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you. Huh? Huh? It'll be great, Nick. We're going to do the special training course. Huh? 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 That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'll do anything for Mystic Maya, won't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick? You know, I was wondering if I can just say one little thing. Sure, of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps, too. Well, then, here goes nothing. Objection! Well, that's it for this video. Hope you like it and stay tuned.